Dun, 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 dun. Oh, that didn't work very well at all. Hello Muggles, my name is Ashley Stormo and welcome to my channel. Today I am actually, as you see this, I am cheating on VLOGMAS and I am at the Last Jedi Star Wars movie right now in IMAX 3D. So I pre-recorded and I cheated. But to get into the spirit of all things Star Wars, this month I have been reading some Star Wars graphic novels. I'm also reading a novel that's about Princess Leia, but I'm not quite finished with that yet, so I'm not going to talk about it. Instead though, I'm going to review the graphic novels. I picked up the original Trilogy one when I was in Disneyland this summer. If you want to see a video of that, I will link it downstairs. And then I'm also going to be reviewing the prequel trilogy that I had to order on Amazon. So if you are a fan of the movies, which you probably are if you're watching this, you'll be delighted to know that they actually based the graphic novels off of the movie. So instead of most movies being based on comics or source material, it's vice versa. So, you know, when you like go see a movie and they leave out a really important part from the source material, such as in the last Harry Potter movie, Deathly Hallows Part 2, Draco didn't throw the fucking wand to Harry, and it just enraged me. There are some parts, bits and pieces that are left out of both of these for the sake of their picture books, essentially. And there's just not enough time to cram those in. All in all, I think that these do a pretty solid job encapsulating the story in picture format. I really enjoyed the illustrations. Even though they don't look exactly like the real people, the artisans did a pretty good job of adapting some of the characteristics. Like Han Solo, his cartoon character, embodies the swagger that he tends to have, which is really cool. I am amazed by some people's artistry. I can't even draw a stick snowman very well, so. One of the things that they left out of this one was Princess Leia never kissed Luke. So, you know that line in the last movie when she's like, "Oh, I'm your sister, I've always known that." It's a little less creepy because she never made out with her brother, which is still fine. I get it. It's like the whole twist and it was essential in the movies, but maybe the adapters didn't feel like in their condensed version that it was necessary. I also thought that Luke's training wasn't as cool in the comics, which is totally understandable. I think the Force is something that's encapsulated very well on film, and it's also talked about pretty well in a lot of the books, the Star Wars extended universe books that I have read. But in picture form, while they did do a good job for what they could do, I definitely think that the movies do a better job showing Yoda training Luke and like the intensity of what's going on at that point in the story. I read every single line in the character's voice from the movie. So R2-D2, to get across how he spoke, they did ellipses in different colors, and I was just picturing his like beep boop beep boop, and then I pictured Darth Vader's voice and Yoda's voice and Luke and Leia and all of them. I don't know, I think that's a really cool testament to how much those movies influence my perception of the saga as a whole. I think my least favorite character drawing is Chewbacca, but it would be really hard to draw Chewbacca. It's still fine, it's fine, but he wasn't given any words, whereas R2-D2, even though he doesn't speak, he was still given like the speaking bubble. But Chewie never got that, which I thought kind of sucked. Also, looking back on it in picture form, I kind of thought about how badass Leia is. I'm inclined to love Princess Leia anyways because she was like the female badass growing up for me. Her and Hermione Granger really stuck out a lot. But if you think about it, you know, her family died and she was like, I'm fine, you know. It's cool, good to go. I'm gonna do this whole rebel thing. And she just like never slows down, and I think that the comics are so fast paced because they have so much storyline to go over that really came through. I was trying to think, like, how did Obi-Wan Kenobi, considering the prequels, how did Obi-Wan Kenobi forget about Princess Leia? Because when he's talking with like ghost version, oh my god, I can't remember, like force version Yoda, what is that called when they go into the glowy thing? Because when he's talking with Yoda about how Luke is everyone's only chance, Yoda's like, there is another. And if you go back to the prequel, 150% positive that Obi-Wan was there for the birth of both of them, and I don't really get how he forgot about them. Like, he's crazy old Ben, but you would not forget about that. So that made no sense to me, but it's fine. Also, Darth Vader has like adorable puppy eyes in this. I also thought it was cool to read the whole "No Luke," or "No, I am your father," because you always hear and you're like, Luke, I am your father. But he never says that. He never says that in the movie. He doesn't say it in the comics. And what's that called? The Mandela effect, where people like associate their memory with something that never actually really happened, because he never actually really said that. So I thought it was cool to remind myself that no, it's not Luke, I am your father. It was, no, I am your father. The one thing that really stuck out to me with the prequel trilogy was that when I watched the movies, I always thought, you know, I knew that Padme was young, but I always thought it was low-key creepy that she ended up with Anakin when he was so much younger than her. But in the because like she's supposed to be young, but she looks like a woman in the movies. But the cartoon version, she actually looks like a child. She actually looks like a little girl, and so it really represents that Annie is 9 and she's 14, so that later down the road it's not as weird, if you know what I mean. Not that it's weird anyways, because like they grew up, but still. It's also really crazy to me that Padme was a queen when she was 14, and I think my little brother told me that because her people think that you should have child leaders because they're not as corrupted. I think I'm getting that right, but it's been a long time. River, if you see this and I'm wrong, don't kill me. Why doesn't Princess Leia get to be a fucking Jedi? I wanted Princess Leia to be a Jedi so badly. I loved Padme's character from the first 2 movies. I thought she was such a badass. I dressed up as Queen Amidala when I was in 3rd or 4th grade for Halloween. Painted my face white, had the like dots and stuff and the lip thing. I had the costume. It was a whole time. It was a grand time. I had really a lot of fun. And she was like this really intelligent, diplomatic force of nature. And then in the last movie, her character was written so much more boring. And I get that it's because she's pregnant, but I still feel like she would have had a more intense reaction to Anakin having just killed a bunch of kiddos when they were going to have a kiddo. I'm not hating on the movies because, unlike most people, I really, really enjoy the prequels. But it's just something that I've thought about in the years since then. Like, I get that her heart was broken and stuff, but I feel like she also would have been angry that he killed children. Anyways, that was my take on these 2 graphic novels. I'm really excited for there to be another set of graphic novels. I don't know if they'll do that for the most recent rendition of the series, or if they're going to come out with a singular one for Rogue One, which I totally think would deserve, I'd buy it. So I'm also going to be doing a video of I don't know if I'm going to vlog going and seeing Star Wars, or if I'm going to do a pro sit down chit chat about it. All I can tell you is that I'm very excited. I've stayed away from spoilers like the plague, and if you want to see all of the pictures and posts that I'm going to do on Instagram, follow me at ashleystormo.com. Follow me at ashleystormo on Instagram, and I will be posting all of those. Tell me if you guys have seen this movie yet and if you're excited or not. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I will be back at you tomorrow with another video. Bye!